What is going on there, YouTube? It's your boy, Black Prion, and today I'm joined by some special guests known as Raj
Hey.
and Rockaway Carter, who you know, love, and hate depending on how long you've been following his degeneracy or that of my own.
Hi guys, I'm sick.
Oh, he's sick too, so you know this is going to be crazy. But that being said, Blizzard has decided to come out yesterday and make a statement on last weekend's Hearthstone Grandmasters Tournament. So let's take it away, Blizzard. Let's see what you got. Hello, Blizzard community! I want to take a few minutes to talk to all of you about the Hearthstone Grandmasters Tournament this past weekend. On Monday, we made the decision to take action against a player named Blitzchung and two shoutcasters after the player shared his views on what's happening in Hong Kong on our official broadcast channel. Yes, so those of you who don't know, let me get you up to speed. If you haven't listened to the Clout.exe podcast with me and Subtle Fraudulence, or if you haven't watched my own video on it, unfortunately, the player was suspended for a year and lost all income because he said the country that he's currently in should be free and liberated because he has to go outside and live that on the day-to-day, being actually oppressed, actually victimized, marginalized, and some of his people brutalized. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. This is about big esports money. So let's continue on. At Blizzard, our vision is to bring the world together through epic entertainment. And we have core value. I hate that phrase, man. Core values. Like, it's become such a buzzword. It's become such a buzz phrase that, like, it doesn't even mean anything anymore. Like, you know, like core FGC values. I mean, get your memes out there, guys. Get your memes that apply here. Think globally, lead responsibly, and importantly, every voice matters. Encouraging everybody to share their point of view. The actions that we took over the weekend are causing people to question if we are still committed to these values. We absolutely are, and I will explain. If what's underneath this opening salvo isn't we fucked up, we took the huge L, I don't know what we were thinking, and just lambasting and just completely understanding that they took the worst possible way about this, yeah. If it's not that, this apology isn't doing anybody justice. Because for those of you who don't know, because I didn't mention it when I talked about Blitzchung being not only suspended for an entire year, but all of his winnings removed, the commentators who were in the room when he said, I would like my freedom, please, were also reprimanded and let go. That's like being arrested for a murder that happened in your apartment building. Not your apartment. Like 3 floors upstairs, Miss Jones got killed by Tyrell. And out of nowhere, you're going to jail just because you were in the same building. What the fuck is that? They didn't even do anything. But, you know, once again, I digress. Let's scroll down. Our esports programs are an expression of our vision and our values. There's that values word again. Esports exist to create opportunities for players around the world, from different cultures and from different backgrounds, to come together and compete and share their passion for gaming. It is extremely important to us to protect these channels and the purpose they serve, to bring the world together through epic and... Wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. Did they really just say that in the first 2 paragraphs and then literally just pull down their pants, pull out their massive e-cock for some stroke, and just ejaculate it? Just like, oh, one more time. Gotta say it one more time. Our values. We unite people around the world. Diversity. Like, is that really what they just did?
Hey.
Like, I don't understand how these 2 paragraphs needed to be followed up by these 2 paragraphs again in 1 paragraph. Like, these 2 paragraphs fused to make this paragraph.
They basically have to repeat and say it and then say it again to make sure that you caught on to it, because they think this kind of thing will work if they keep saying it over and over.
I feel
if you say it enough times, it has to be.
I feel like I'm stuck in a genjutsu, but we'll get to that in a minute. It is extremely important to us to protect these channels and the purpose that they serve, to bring the world together through the... Oh, wait, hold on, I'm not doing the voice. Epic entertainment! Celebrate our players and build diverse and inclusive communities. Yeah, because, you know, when I think inclusive, I think, oh, you're asking for freedom? Get the fuck out and give me your money. That's exactly what I think when I think inclusive, but I digress. as to how those values apply in this case, our first official esports tournament broadcast was used as a platform for a winner of this event to share his views with the world. As you know, interviews typically go. We interview competitors who, at the top of their craft, where I hear my own background noise just a little bit. I don't know who it's coming. I think it's coming from Ross, but you know, whatever. I'll live. Hearing their, oh, excuse me. Whoa, got a little ahead of myself there. My bad.
You good?
So we interview competitors who are at the top of their craft to share how they feel. We want to experience that moment with them. Hearing their excitement is a powerful way to bring us together. Over the weekend, Blitz Chung used his segment to make a statement about the situation in Hong Kong. In violation of rules he acknowledged and understood. And this is why we took action. All right, I'm going to stop you here. Even if he acknowledged those views, even if he understood that, let's just say we give you a pass on that. I better hear Jesus came down and said, sack the commentators too. I better hear Liu Kang and the Elder Gods Council came down out of the NetherRealm Studios and said, away with, I better hear some creme de la creme that absolves you of all sin for the commentators' behalf. Now, that being said, you have rules that stop people from asking for their freedom. Oh, I just want to be clear here. This isn't like he said, down with Trump or I hate Obama. This isn't something like some petty little trivial thing. This is, if I go outside, there's a chance that I don't get to even enjoy myself because I don't have the same freedoms that many of you people who are watching this stream get to have. This is a little bit more serious than just, I don't like this world leader. Ho, ho, ho. This is, I would like to be free. For $500, I just enjoy that, you know. Just a little, just a small little, just a little taste, like not even a whole bottle, just a mere taste of freedom. But with that being said, moving forward, over the weekend, Blitz Chung once again used that segment to make a statement about the situation in Hong Kong, which was a violation of rules in which he understood, and that's why they took action. Every voice matters, and we strongly encourage everyone in our community to share their viewpoints in the many places available for them to express themselves. However, the official broadcast needs to be about the tournament and to be a place where all are welcome. Yes, even your Nazi overlords who apparently you're allowed to punch, but not the Chinese overlords because the Chinese overlords actually pay us. Okay. All right. Hey man, when Nazis or what is Star Wars calling them these days, the First Order is able to start bankrolling these Overwatch tournaments, maybe Nazis will have a place in Blizzard. I don't know. Just look out, Overwatch League, they're coming. Look out. But in support of that, we want to keep the official channels focused on the game. Okay. Second, what is the role of shoutcasters for these broadcasts? We hire shoutcasters to amplify the excitement of the game. They elevate the watchability and help the esports viewing experience stay focused on the tournament and are amazing players. Third, were our actions based on the content of the message? Part of thinking globally, leading responsibly, and every voice matters. See, that's a callback to the first couple of paragraphs. You know, if you're paying attention, you might remember this. Is recognizing that we have players and fans in almost every country in the world. Our goal is to help players connect in areas of commonality, like their passion for our games, and create a sense of shared community. Well, there is one commonality. I think we all like fucking freedom. All right? Maybe I'm going too far out on a limb here, but I'm pretty sure we all like drinking our dumb freedom juice. Pretty sure we're all on team freedom on that one. Some solidarity there. But that being said, the specific views expressed by Blitz Chung were not a factor in the decision we made. I want to be clear. Our relationships in China had no influence on our decision. You know?
Press X to doubt, boys.
Press X to doubt.
The Xbox button is broke. I broke the button.
You broke the button?
Because I press it so many times and so hard.
I mean, I got my Xbox pad right here. Lots of X being pressed for doubt. But
yeah,
let's continue seeing what's got going on here. If we scroll down, we have these rules to keep focus on the game. and on the tournament to benefit to the benefit of the global audience. And what was the only consideration in the actions we took? If we hadn't been the opposing viewpoint delivered in the same divisive and deliberate way, what is divisive about we want our freedom? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, it seems like it's having a mixed message here.
Because you're saying in the same divisive. What was divisive about this? Who is divided? Who are the people saying, yeah, that's right, China. You show the Hong Kong people that you mean business. You give Blitzchung the dick. Like, I'm trying to, where is that camp at? Because I have yet to see him. I've yet to see him. But okay, what could have Blizzard done better, and where do we go from here? Over the past few days, many players, I forget to do the voice. Over the past few days, many players, casters, esports fans, and employees have expressed concerns about how we determine the penalties. We've even had a chance to pause to listen to our community and to reflect on what we could have done better. In hindsight, our process wasn't adequate and we reacted too quickly. Here's the thing. When you admit that you reacted too quickly, that means you felt pressured to make a decision. Now, if you say it's not because of financials or, anybody lining your pockets, I don't understand where you would have the pressure and how this wasn't something that you handled with any bit of, care. Just saying. But that being said, you also say that you had many employees who expressed concerns about how you handle the penalties. But if your message is so transparent and clear, how are people in your own company not even backing you on this? I'm just trying to figure out how they're not towing the company line in the own company when your viewpoints are apparently so clear and concise and just absolutely flowing, and you're just gushing from the gills all this truth of diversity. I'm just trying to figure out where that's at. But anywho, we want to ensure that we maintain a safe and inclusive environment, there those are words again, for all of our players, and that all rules and processes are clear. All of this is in service of another important Blizzard value. Play nice, play fair. I feel like they're just trying to say, we have values. We have values. We have values. Normally they're roughly in the billions and, 100 millions category, but we have values. We got those. Maybe you can find them in a loot box or two. Anyways, in the tournament itself, Blitzchung played fair. We now believe he should receive his prizing. Oh, after the backlash. Oh, I understand. We understand that for some, this is not about the prize, and perhaps for others, it is even disrespectful to even discuss it. That is not our intention. We're about 6-7 paragraphs in here or something like that, and you're telling me it's not your intention. Okay, let's say we rock with that. But playing fair also includes appropriate pre- and post-match conduct, especially when a player accepts recognition for winning in a broadcast. When we think about the suspension, 6 months for Blitzchung is more than appropriate, after which time he can compete in the Hearthstone Pro Circuit again, if he so chooses. There is a consequence for taking the conversation away from the purpose of the event and disrupting or derailing the broadcast. With regard to the casters, remember their purpose is to keep the event focused on the tournament. That didn't happen here, and we are setting their suspension to 6 months as well. All right. Let me tell you something about post-game interviews.
Well, what does that have to... But what did they do?
No, here's the thing. Let me talk about post-game interviews. I understand this is esports, and I understand that you guys, think that you're getting the over on everybody here. But to any of my real sports fans, if you've ever watched an NBA interview, if you've ever watched, I don't know, NFL interview or any other sport on the planet,
we going to the Super Bowl.
There are various interviews out there. I'm pretty sure, when Shaq was talking about sucking the venom out of a reporter's mother's titty in a hypothetical situation, that's not basketball.
Nope.
Did we get rid of Shaq for that? No.
Nope.
No. When someone gets on stage and says, I don't know if I want to tell you this, but y'all ain't come to my basketball camps. Y'all ain't do none of this. I'm only here so I don't get fined. Do y'all have huge backlash and outrage? and then when you do, you notice how the people are like, well, that's fucking stupid. And then they're like, yeah, you're right. That was fucking stupid. Maybe this is your wake-up call, because I understand a lot of you at Blizzard may not watch real sports. And, hey, that's okay. I don't need everybody to watch sports, but post-match content is normally a chance where a player could talk about the game and also unwind. And once again, this isn't like he said a racial slur. This isn't like he just decided to have a joke at a political party's expense. This was a man saying, "I would like my freedom, please. Liberate our age, please. I would like, in my lifetime, I would like to go know what freedom is." There's a very huge difference between political unrest, not classy, tasteless joke, and "I want my freedom." Like, once again, I think I need to reiterate that. And I do get to reiterate that because y'all got to reiterate this value thing like every other line. So I'm going to reiterate that myself. So that being said, he says, moving forward, we will continue to apply tournament rules and ensure our official broadcasts remain focused on the game and are not a platform for divisive social or political values or political views. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say this, right? If someone wins a Hearthstone championship and then says stuff like, "And remember, punch a Nazi," I don't think we're having this conversation. I think everyone just laughs and they move on with their day.
Yeah,
pretty much. I don't think this is something that is even an issue. If someone says, "I don't like murderers," it's got nothing to do. Like, if you're telling me that your casters have never once gotten off topic, ever, you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
You're lying. And we know you're lying. There are people who've already unearthed visual evidence of that. But, once again, moving forward, we will continue to apply the same tournament rules to ensure our official broadcast remain focused on the game, yada, yada, yada. One of our goals at Blizzard is to make sure that every player everywhere in the world, regardless of political views, religious beliefs, race, gender, or any other consideration, always feels safe and welcome both competing in and playing our games. So when are they going to talk about the part where they were stopping people from being able to delete their own Blizzard accounts due to this fiasco?
Exactly.
We're not going to mention that? Because that seems like something would be very important to fucking mention.
But dude, it didn't happen, of course, because couldn't nobody do it?
Yeah, alright. At Blizzard, we are always listening and finding ways to improve. It's part of our culture. Thank you for your patience with us as we continue to learn. Sincerely, J. Allen Brack, President of Blizzard Entertainment.
Now the part where they say it's our culture, it's like, no, that's the wrong word to use. At least in my book, that's the wrong word to use because Blizzard.
Here's the thing. It can't be their culture because if it's your culture and that means like it's deeply ingrained in your roots, why is it that your own employees had a problem with it? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. To improve and listen, you didn't do that when people were like, "No, we don't like the decision you made, so we are going to show our disgust by canceling our membership or subscription or whatever."
And you said, "Hold on there now, Populous. We listen to you until we want to listen to you, but right now we don't want to listen to you, so you shut your ass up."
Yeah,
like, so it's very, very disingenuous there. But the other thing that's disingenuous about all this that like is right here at like the bottom two paragraphs. They're banging home this point of diversity. We want everybody in the world to feel safe and all that other stuff, yada yada yada, regardless of political views. But some people in Hong Kong don't feel safe, and they just live there. They're just there, and they don't feel safe. Yet, for some reason, this is part of your culture. I just don't understand that. But then it says that they're always finding ways to improve. How is it that you're finding ways to improve when your whole letter here is, "Yeah, we messed up, but we really need you to understand that they also really messed up worse than we ever did? So we're justified, but maybe we went too far, but we was still right though." That's what this letter is. This is a letter of, we was wrong, but we were really right. But we're only saying that we're wrong, so you guys quiet down a little bit, but we were definitely right. And here is why we were right. In no point in this did anyone ever say, "Yeah, we were wrong, and here's why we were wrong." They hit us with the, "Could we have handled it better? Sure, but here's why we did it the way we did it anyway." What?
Oh, God.
Wow. That's not an apology.
That's just you guys kissing your own tail.
That's like if like Raj was crying. I'm like, why are you crying? You be like, because you kicked me in the head and you called me stupid. And then I go, I mean, yeah, you know, maybe you not stupid, Raj. You know what I'm saying? But don't be a little bitch about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, we boys. And then I move on with my life. What? That's not an apology. That's not an apology.
Really?
That's me saying, like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I did it.
But I did.
So live with it. You know what I mean? Like, could I not have kicked him in the head after calling him stupid? Sure. But he's stupid. Like, what? That makes no kind of fucking sense to me at all. But once again, Blizzard, you do you. You do you. At this point, I won't be streaming Overwatch ever. I can't. This is big oogly. This is that oogly boogly. This is some hot trash right here, guys. This is some hot trash. The hottest of trash. But remember, play nice, play fair, do business in China.
Hey.